This is Strix, and this is about the 2 G's of great learning. And what this will enable you to do is learn better, faster, more comprehensively, deeper than most people you know, so you can actually almost immediately and simply put to use what you've learned from, say, a workshop, seminar, or a training course. Yeah, sounds good? Okay, here. The first of the 2 guavas or G's of great learning is goals. You see, if you look at something and you'd like to learn it, but you haven't figured out the depth or level of information that you're actually going to get from it, and you haven't figured out what you actually want to use it for, you don't have concrete goals. Like, for example, are you just reading something for entertainment to actually waste time? Are you just wanting to be entertained? And if you were entertained, that's good. Are you actually trying to get some information? And if you got one tidbit of information, you can walk away. Are you looking for something deeper? Are you looking to figure out how to implement something, or how to figure out or gain some new skill? These are all different things. Are you looking for mind and paradigm changing concept? Are you looking for something you've never heard before? Are you looking at the level of understanding something, or just information? These are all very different things, and if you haven't figured out for yourself what you're actually looking to get from a learning session, you're likely to lose out, and you're likely to be frustrated. The common example is someone steps into a workshop hoping to just be, well, because that's what they've gotten used to. They've gotten used to infotainment that's more usually just entertainment than useful or usable information. And of course it's built that way because it's just meant to hook you and sell you on something, or to get you sold to other people because they bought, stolen, hijacked your attention. So if that's what you're looking for, then, you know, go and get entertained. But if you actually want more out of something, you sit down for more. The reverse is what usually happens, where people expect, so it's weird. People say they want like deep learning, but they're going to something expecting to get something immediately. Like, what's that? Entertainment? You go into a learning session expecting to understand it completely from step 1. That's not necessary, and it gets in the way of hearing the big picture that enables you to get the lesson that's actually being passed on. See, if your mindset is, I should completely get the speaker, or this is a complete waste of time, or if you've been sold on the idea that if it's not super stupid, simple, and entertaining, then it's not worth anything, well, you know, that's what you get. You won't get anything. And it often happens that it's not that complex. It's just you expected it to be something different. And most of us have gotten used to, well, getting what we get from media, from the internet, and it's mostly usually just entertainment. And, you know, you get that in the very second it's flashed at you. But if you're expecting to get something at the moment it's flashed at you, you lose the opportunity to get something that you truly walk away with. Because funny thing is, we never actually learned something unless it actually changes our behavior. Then we've learned it. So if you just go to a course and you got information, dude, do that. You can get that from a book. Why pay for a course for something? If you're just looking for information, don't waste your time. If you're looking for something deeper, that's what the resource speaker is for. And if you've had better goals prepared, you can ask better questions and get more from the learning session. Yeah, good. The second of the 2 G's, well, the first is have goals, okay, or goal set, and figure out what you want from the learning session itself, so you get the most out of it, and pre-prepare that. And the second of the 2 G's of great learning is getting the F out of your own way. Yeah, and what I mean is this. Let me give you an example. If you think that something is too complex, you're already in your own head, and the moment the big picture builds, you're no longer even present, and you can't even hear the lesson. if you're expecting it to look stupid simple, like the stupid simple that's being sold to us for dopamine addictive rushes every single moment of every day, just tune in anywhere on the internet or in even regular media nowadays, well, that's something different. But if you're willing to sit with something and you have like pre-prepared questions, like genuinely with full curiosity trying to find out something, and you're not in your own way, you're not overthinking things, you're not thinking, this is too complex, or this isn't simple enough, or this isn't stupid simple enough, or I'm not smart enough, and chances are what you could have gotten, and gotten very richly, and gotten a lot from, and gotten something that you would have never gotten anywhere else from, you just won't get it. Okay, so it helps to not overthink things, and to look at both the trees and the forest, and to allow the picture of the forest to build before focusing on and criticizing just singular trees just because that's the only thing you can handle or grasp. So let me say this again. The 2 G's of great learning, well, the first is set a goal, and the second is to get out of your own way. And let's take the 2 together. 1, figure out what you're trying to learn. Are you looking for just information? You can get that off the internet, honestly. If you have enough time and money, you can get anything from the internet as far as information goes. I don't suggest that. People don't really change that way. And if you're looking to develop or excel or push yourself forward and make something better out of yourself and help out those you love, and maybe more than that, make a significant difference in the world. Information isn't where the juice is, but let's scale up. There's a level of skill, and you can learn something really well from somebody who actually has done what they're trying to pass on and who knows how to teach, because not everybody who has the skill can teach. So there's a level of just information, and there's the level of skill, and higher than that, there's a level of understanding. There's a level of a paradigm shift. There's a level of insight where it's fresh new thought. It's getting something from the mind of the trainer or the workshop leader or whoever's up on stage, or whoever is your mentor that's helping you out, and really getting something that you would not have otherwise have gotten, because nobody has sat down with your both prepared and readily receiving curious open mind and really bothered to sit with you and thresh this out and work this out. But you've got to be okay with that initial discomfort of at first you don't know, because that's actually a good way to start. The reverse, the bad way to start is, well, let me give you this. What often happens that prevents people, in my experience, from learning something in the workshop, trainer, or seminar, or mentoring, or coaching, or consultancy game is the flip side of one thing. It's about understanding. And how it usually works is you can't learn something if you're already convinced you know it. That stops you from learning what's in front of you because you've already closed your eyes to it. And the flip side to thinking that you already understand something is one, the being convinced that you already know something prevents you from seeing it. And then the other one is being convinced that you can't know something, that it's too big, that it's too complex, that the instructor is stupid because he can't simplify it, you buying into the mind virus ideas of like the speaker being too complex or over your head. No. That's you getting in your own way. And on either extreme of that, the you thinking that you can't understand and the you thinking that you already understand, you learn nothing useful that way. And it helps to play the game of, what if I don't understand? And what if actually it's simpler than I think and I can understand it? And you play those two questions and you learn to ride in between. You actually have a chance at truly understanding, learning more, getting more from what's being passed on to you and actually using it. So I hope this has been useful. You have learned a magnificent way to even greater learning that involves two main G's. Number one, goal setting, and number two, getting the F out of your own way. Hey, cheers. Oh, wait. If you're interested in learning more in maximizing your human and somewhat superhuman potential, and especially if you've gotten a lot out of this and you'd actually like to learn like the meta of it, like the learning how to learn, so that you could just get so much more done in less time and save yourself the headaches and the anguish. Well, we've got coaching and consulting, and you can look us up at 4h.marketer@gmail.com. We can customize some stuff for you so that you can learn things at a pace that you could never even have imagined. And in particular, we're very interested in mental and emotional tools that help you lead the way for yourself. Cheers.